So basically, I'm building a maze. um, I made a post about it on the channel. Um, but yeah, basically, I want to make a replica of the Maze Runner with my own like gimmicks to it. So far, I've not made a lot of progress from here, from the edge to this edge over here. It's about 5,000 blocks. Um, from the edge to here is about 5,000 blocks. Like I made a post about it. I might post a mod pack that I'm using for building it. I made it myself. It's just like mods that are convenient, um, like Axiom, World Edit, um, Tweakaroo, Lightmatica, um, all those mods. Just like quality of life mods for building. I'm making functional doors. I'm gonna make all the maze doors functional. Um, there we go. I'm constantly flying, so I rarely walk. Just walking, I'm like, holy crap, this is like... This maze is massive. Um, ignore this. Just like an outline. I'm not using these buildings. Like, I don't like them at all. I'm gonna redo it. My plan is, so you spawn in, there's these buildings over here with villagers that you can trade with, custom villagers that I'm gonna put custom trades with. This whole place is gonna be in adventure mode, just because these walls are not bedrock or anything. These can be fully broken in survival. I'm gonna have tools that you can break certain blocks with, obviously not the materials that the stone walls are made out of. I'm still trying to figure that out in my head. I haven't even put any of that in place. I first want to finish the building part of the maze before I add the little gimmicks inside the glade. Or I might, sometimes I build, sometimes I switch to building in the glade or the maze or the outer rings over here. I keep switching it up. My trees, custom trees that I filled this forest with. Still, the forest is not complete. I still just like add more foliage in here, because it's not like how I would like it right now. Some of the leaves are like overlapping between branches, between logs, which I don't like. I want to make this until I'm happy with it, and I have a pretty high standard with my building. Over here, it's completely flat, which I do not like, and the same as with these trees. No, some of these trees have completely flat sides, which I don't like. I want to make it look as realistic, Minecraft realistically as possible, if that makes sense. Yeah, still gonna add more to the forest. This is just one corner. I did like the deep dark forest. This. I'm gonna add trees all around the place. Like, it's not just gonna like right now. This biome would be considered the plains biome. Like, I don't want that. I want it to be the forest biome. I want everything to be covered in trees, plants, and stuff. Here, I want like pre-farmland that I've already kind of like textured with mud and coarse dirt. I want the player to be able to play kind of like survival in the glade with tools that I will give them that can break, like axes that are unbreakable, an axe that unbreakable that can break all the types of logs and wood in the game. trading with the villager for resources, for food. You can also get food. You can also like kill mobs, kill sheep, kill cows, chickens, whatever for your own food. Cook your own food. All that. So I want the glade to be as survival friendly as possible. I might even make it so that you're on survival in the glade, and as soon as you go through the threshold of the maze door, you get your game mode gets updated to adventure. Here is just how I make the mazes a little bit. A 130 by 130 block area, which is 2 64s by 2 64s with 1 block gaps in the middle, so that it's uneven, so I can center it up with the center of the maze, so it's not like a 2 block middle, if that makes sense. This is how okay, I have a mixture of ways I make the maze. There is a program where I can generate the maze floor, like I'll show you guys, like this. This was pre-generated on the website that generates it, and then I could just transfer it straight into Latmatica and place it. So I do it in mixtures of this, which is computer programmed. Then I build it and make it look like I just make it look detailed like this. And then if I make my own maze fully by myself, I add this, place it, copy it on this floor that I make. I change every square's floor to be different. I try to not completely copy and paste the same assets that I make myself, because it will feel repetitive, as you would think it wouldn't, because it's a maze, and a maze does feel repetitive in of itself, but you do start to pick up on patterns when you're in the maze long enough. I have built a maze before, not to the scale but similar, in the same style, and I just repeated the same. I made like 5 assets and just combined them and repeated them, and when I went through the maze myself, it felt repetitive. In some aspects I am going to do that because I want to confuse the player to make it feel very familiar but very foreign at the same time. But generally I want to have a fresh start with every square. So what I do, I place this on the floor, and then there's obviously these gaps, right? It's a specific pattern that I build it in. I'll show you guys on here. So once it's like this, I just take the block, and I fill in the gaps as randomly as I want. Let's say the entrance is here, so I'll break that, do that. This is the edge of the maze, so I'll do that. And you kind of just like just carve the maze out of the pillars that I placed down. The asset, like I started with just one of these, like this high, and then I extended it upwards, and then I built a row, and then I just kind of transformed it into this whole frame. These are the walls that I work with. I tried to make it, because I do repeat the same walls. That is the one thing I do repeat the whole time. But when you're actually walking in the maze, you don't actually realize that I'm repeating it unless you really look for it. Obviously you can see some of the same pattern, like if you look at like specific details. I won't be able to show you right now because I can't even pick up on it right now, but yeah, it's just like I try to vary it as much as I can, but some of it I just can't because what is this? I just try to vary it as much as I can. I have no idea what happened here. This is not supposed to be like this. That's supposed to be like this because you're supposed to go through here. There we go. Okay, I'm glad I saw that right now. This is going to be like a little trick section that I built, which is a one block. That's supposed to be like that, I forgot. This is supposed to like confuse the player. Obviously I know the path to get to the chest. It's this way. Oh my days, it threw me to fly. You come through here, you circle around, come through here. And there's a chest, a barrel right here with a potion of night vision. That's my other thing I wanted to talk about. There are barrels and chests in the maze. There's one over here with rabbits stew, suspicious stew, potatoes, and chorus fruit, so you can teleport to a random place in the maze, which can be helpful or unhelpful. I'm not going to talk too much about how I want to design the maze right now. These are the sections. I'm going to add more sections going outward and outward and out and outward. Yeah, but generally I'm not going to talk about how I'm designing it right now, but I have a very specific pattern and plan I want to do to complete the maze. It's going to be completable. It's not going to be easy at all. I don't want to make it easy. I want to make it like a proper challenge. Almost to the brink where most people will give up and won't complete it. These green pillars, in case anyone wonders, it's basically gaps in the maze where I've decided to take away some of the pillars, some of the walls, where it's just this nice kind of semi-open area. It's like it's a breath of fresh air that you get after being in these like narrow hallways, just the whole way through the maze. You just get sick of it, and it's like you turn the corner, and it's just this nice kind of open area. I'm gonna add like trees, maybe like structures, trees, structures, wells, a lake, not a lake, but like a pond, anything that just gives the player like, oh, well, there's this now. At least I'm not in a hallway. But yeah, the whole maze, I just want to make it feel confined, obviously because it's a maze, but also give the player like different surprises constantly through. Monsters, so the maze, I'm gonna make a mod pack for the maze that you can complete the maze with the modded version, or you can complete it completely in vanilla. If it's in vanilla, there's still gonna be mobs, massive spiders, custom, and they're gonna be custom. So these hallways are narrow. There's going to be normal mobs spawning and custom mobs spawning in these areas. Nothing will spawn over here. This is a completely safe area. Nothing can spawn here at all. I keep changing my topic, like mobs, maze, everything. Anyways, so as you go outwards, the hallways will expand. So this line over here, it's still going to be square after this, but from here to the circumference of the circle is the walls, or the gaps between the walls are 5 blocks, 3 to 5 blocks wide. Most of the time they're 5 blocks wide. Sometimes it's 1 like this, which I planned in, but most of the time it's going to be 5 blocks wide. As you come out here, it's going to be 7 blocks. Possibly I might keep it 5. Possibly might just keep it 5. I'll make it 6, like split the difference. But when you come to the outer rings, here it's going to be 8 block gaps, with the red, black and red, these lines between them, 8 block gaps for you to walk around in. Looks tiny, but it feels much bigger than in the proper maze. Well, in the proper maze, in the like first part of the maze. Once you reach blue and yellow, it's a 10 block gap, I believe. No, 20 block gap. 15. Oh yeah, sorry. So it goes 8, 15, 20. Once you reach here, 20 blocks for the white and black. Yeah, so the rings expand all the way through up until it reaches over here, where I started building already, but it's a 40 block gap. Yeah, 40 block gap. My plan here is it's the outer rings. I want it to be more destroyed. The walls more destroyed, more rough. This is more open. It's a lot. You can like start a whole hardcore series between these walls. Like, kid you not. I just want it to feel more like more worn down, more abandoned, almost like apocalyptic like. I mean, the whole thing is apocalyptic like, but I just want everything here to feel more rough, more barren than the maze, the windy part of the maze. This is not gonna be windy at all. It's gonna be like run in this straight area that you can see distant walls, and it's not so confined at all. And then you just turn the corner, and then you have to just run for another hallway, and you just have to keep going. But this does feel very close to the end, which I hope it does for most people. Bring that feeling of like, I'm almost done, I'm almost out of here. Yeah, I really need that to come through. If it doesn't, I will find ways to do it. Yeah, I still need to like, there's a lot of work that I need to do with this maze. Yeah, there's a lot to do. This is what I haven't shown yet. This is Zone 1, Section 1, whatever you want to call it. I'll work on like a proper name, I guess, like section or zone. So to progress in the maze, basically you have to go from zone to zone throughout the whole maze, from zone 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But you're gonna have to time it. No, not time it. If you can work out the timing, then sure, you have to time it. But it's only one of these doors will open a day, so a 4-day cycle, and then you'll be back at gate 1. To get to zone 1, you need to go through gate 1. In gate 1, gate 1 will be the only zone that is open completely. Because you need to come here, like, I'll show you guys. There's a hole in the wall over here that isn't supposed to be here. This way, just dead end. Nothing to see here. But this way is a lab hallway. Generally, if you're in here, this will be blocked. I plan that you won't be able to see this. If I change to dark, you can barely see anything over here. This is going to be completely covered, closed off with light blue stained glass. You come over here, this area right here, there will be some sort of thing, I will still figure it out, on the wall that will trigger something in zone 2 and unlock it. Which this will also be closed out, and this will also be closed. Yeah, this is how you unlock each zone. You have to go from zone 1 to zone 1 to unlock zone 2, to zone 2 to unlock zone 3, and so on for every zone. I might add like a few gimmicks in the maze that you should find a secret lever that you can just shortcut straight to zone 3 or something. I'm not sure yet. I'll work on that, but I am adding detailed things inside the maze that you can it won't just be like hallway after hallway. There will be like mini games to play, not like mini games, but there will be things to do in the maze. There will be secrets to discover, mini boss fights, just mobs, maybe mob swarms. Very different from the original Maze Runner. There will be lava. Oh, you just heard it somewhere. Over here. There will be lava pits. That will be around corners. Like you won't see it coming. You'll just turn a corner and be like, oh damn. Different traps, spike traps, arrow traps. With the barrels, there's stews, suspicious stew. Some of them will have positive effects, some of them will have negative effects. It's the gamble you have to take. When you die, you lose all your stuff. In the modded pack, there will be a corpse that you can go back to get your stuff. If it's vanilla, well, we all know how that works. You have a limited time to get your stuff back, otherwise it despawns. I might work on something to, like, maybe with the command blocks to make a chest where you died or something, maybe. Or I might just leave it. But it's going to be gritty. The maze is going to be gritty. And difficult. And that's what I want from this project. I'm building it all by myself. I have no one else helping me. But I'm keen for I'm open to any ideas that anyone wants to give me for the maze. I just want to like take my time with this and not like rush at all. And if I make videos constantly, it's just gonna be boring. I might stream, like do silent streams where I just build. I will constantly record so that I can do like a final video where I just show the process of making the maze. But yeah, that's about it for now. For the start of this, maze, the start of this build, probably the biggest project I've ever done with building. I've done heaps of massive projects with building, but nothing quite this big. I don't know how long this is gonna take me. But yeah, that's the update, and yeah, I'm gonna be just working away at this as well as like actually living a life as a human. But yeah, that's about it.